Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5 and I thought I'd post a video giving some fireworks shopping tips. Some of you may or may not know that I ran a fireworks stand for several seasons, and I also walked a fireworks stand under my brother who ran the same fireworks stand for several seasons. And I also sold some antique fireworks, and got to talk to some people about that as well. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, shopping for fireworks. The first tip I'll give you is stay away from stands that say tax-free, more bang for your buck, because this is a lie. Fireworks are taxed. It's not like a milk item. And in Texas, it's an 8% tax. And these people doing one of three things. Either they'll not get putting tax in and they're breaking the law. Two, they're including the tax on the sticker price. Or three, they'll include the tax on the sticker price, but they're adding to it. They'll, like, they don't know how much tax is going to be, so we're going to put maybe 10% or whatever on there. So yeah, I'm not saying these stands have bad fireworks, but it seems a little dishonest to me, so I stay away from them because fireworks are taxed. Also, when you're riding around looking at fireworks stands, I would stay away from Pyro Shack. Pyro Shack is a big chain fireworks stand. You see them at the beach a lot. I know they're pretty prevalent in Texas. Don't know about other states. But Pyro Shack, they usually have a big fireworks stand. It's usually a stand, not a walk-in stall. And they screw people over with their prices. Something that they sell for $4 to $5, I sell for $1.50. They mark stuff up a lot, and those stuff is just extremely, extremely expensive. They're ripping you off, so I generally stay away from Pyro Shack. Also, if you're looking for firecrackers, the technical term is flash crackles, but firecrackers they're little explosives about this big. You light the fuse and they pop. The most common are black cat, and you usually get those braided together. There's another one called M80s, M60s, M100s, M1000s. They're all the same. There's no real M80s or M60s, at least in Texas. Unless you make them yourself. But generally the M-whatever fireworks are not that powerful. They have a little explosives in them about that big, and then it's surrounded by clay or chalk. So when you ignite the firework, it blows up and it throws the chalk or clay into a powder form, which looks like smoke and also makes the firework look like it's bigger than it actually is. And if you want something with a little bit more power, I would shop for Little Dynamite, Water Dynamite, Dino Mouse. These fireworks, and Outlaw Fireworks has a version of it, but these fireworks are individual. They come in a box of 50 or 150. But they're not braided together like black cats, and they have a red paper around them like the M180s or M80s or M100 fireworks, but they're as big around as a black cat, and they have a green safety fuse. Now that green safety fuse is going to have a longer burn time. So adults who want to light fireworks and throw them, or kids who want to put them on the ground, light them and run, you get more burn time. So that means that there's more time between the ignition and the actual explosion. So you can actually throw it if you want to, or you have more running time. And it's not going to go off in your hand unless you're just doing something really stupid, like hanging on to it. But they're all extremely loud. probably one of the most powerful black cats or flash crackle fireworks you can get. And they're very satisfying, and they're often waterproof because of that green safety fuse. You can't fish with them, so don't try that. Or you could try it and nothing would happen, but you can throw them in a bucket of water. You can throw them in a Coke can filled with water. You can throw them into a pond, or I threw them into the ocean one time. And they're very satisfying fireworks and very, very fun. And they're a lot better than the M80s, M60s, M100s, M1000s, which often have a green safety fuse, but they're not waterproof for whatever reason. At least mine never been waterproof. Finally, when it comes to sparklers, I love sparklers because I can do things with sparklers that are not really meant to be done, and it's a load of fun. But a lot of people are buying Morning Glory sparklers for their kids, and I never liked Morning Glory fireworks. For a couple of reasons. One, the way they're constructed, which that's the big issue with them, is the way they're constructed. Oftentimes, they don't burn all the way through, or they stop in the ignition process halfway through the sparkler. And also, they have a very long and thin handle, and which is not as big of a deal with a shorter handle, but with this long, thin handle, kids like to swing them around and like write their names in the sky with them and stuff. When you wave them around, and if you do this too vigorously, if I can say that word, the handle can break and the sparkler can fall on the ground and start a fire, which you should have something to put it out with, a fire extinguisher or a bucket of water or something, but you don't want that to happen. So, I would stay away from Morning Glories because of the construction is weak and unimpressive. People like them because they have the long handle and they see the kids, like the sparkly part's going to be away from the kids. That's the train of thought. But it also makes them weaker. So that's it. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have fun this 4th of July. And if you're watching us during New Year's, good New Year's or Christmas Eve or whenever you're popping fireworks, be safe, God bless, and have a nice day.